We are streaming Rainbow, and we've been doing this whole actual play thing for around a year now, and we are super happy that you're joining us for this adventure. So to all of you watching, we'd like to tell you thank you and welcome. This is Halley's Children, Belgrade, the second chapter in our wild adventure into historical fiction and superheroes. I am Serafina Smith, and I will be your game master today. I am joined by as lovely a bunch of people as you'll ever meet. Cameron playing Anush, the eternal mad scientist. David playing Halfthor, the wise warrior who can see into your mind. Lara playing Ida, the free spirit who can be anyone. Mindy playing Mila, the holy angel with a troubled mind, and Courtney playing Yelena, the kind healer considered a friend by the leaves and branches of the world. If you like this adventure, please don't forget to like the video. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to get to know us better, join our community on Discord. The link can be found below. As a quick note for our watchers, I'd like to tell our audience that our heroes of Hastings in the last adventure all got a great or better on their athletics rolls through the assistance of Pagan, a horse form, and in Halfthor's case, just a really good roll. As a result, they all reached the site of the Starfall in time to become further empowered, if not in time to find the meteor itself. But now, let's settle in and play a game. I'm ready. How about y'all?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
I'll find out.
Yeah.
I suppose I'm here,
It's July 21st, 1456. Weakened by cannon fire and hit from above by a falling star, a part of the outer wall of the city of Belgrade has collapsed. The ubiquitous sound of cannons has stopped. The Ottomans are coming. In moments, their soldiers will be in the city. Around the breach in the wall, at a slight distance, by order of John Hunyadi, a cordon of soldiers has formed to protect the people of the city. More soldiers are rushing to join them, but the cordon has just been disturbed by the sudden arrival of what can only be described as an angel in distress. A young woman running away from the breach, her blouse in tatters, eyes sightless and panicked, with enormous, beautiful white wings beating behind her to give her speed. Not seeming to notice where she was going, this angel crashes straight into the formation of soldiers and tumbles to the ground unconscious. The soldiers are dumbfounded, and discipline starts to slip immediately until one lieutenant speaks up. Quickly, I want 2 men with me. We will take the angel to a place of safety. The rest of you form up and defend the city until Hunyadi gives us further orders. You and you, get to it. And so the unconscious Mila is taken away from the center of danger, while the soldiers, a mix of mercenaries, peasants, and town guard mostly, form up for probably the last fight of their lives, heartened by the fact that God has sent his own messenger to Belgrade. A cry goes up, "For the angel of Belgrade." Meanwhile, at the breach itself, a small group of people has gathered. Yelena searching in desperation for her friend, the heroes of Hastings searching for the fallen star and finding only a hole where once it had been, and Otto and Meerwine, who have just run up and are the first to stare in horror through the dust and smoke at the outside of the wall, where masses of Ottoman infantry are rushing towards the breach. Otto backs away in fear. Meerwine screams. Moments later, Robert, John Hunyadi himself, arrives at the head of a battalion of troops. Anyone looking at him would see the conflict on his face, as the goal of his centuries-long life battles with the need to defend Belgrade and its people. Until with a curse, he shouts, "Evacuate the city! Get everyone up to the citadel! Controlled retreat! Protect the people! And let those Ottomans know we have a strength they cannot overcome!" As the troops get into motion and the Ottomans reach the wall, what do you do?
Do I see Hastings' crew?
Yes, you are all in the same area.
Find Mila. I'm going to try and buy us time.
So Ida looks like Ida. This is a person, you have no idea who this person is, but they look not like anybody you would have seen, considering they look English. So they run up to you, hold on to you to steady you, and say, "It's Ida. Where did she go? Do you have any idea?"
The wall crashed on us. I was buried. I think she's in the rubble.
Okay. And I'm going to very purposefully hold on to Yelena for a minute.
You don't have a minute.
Oh crap.
Yeah,
Okay. I'm holding on.
brushing
Okay.
you off.
I'll look around to see if very briefly to see if I see any sign of anything.
Go ahead,
any
give me a notice roll.
Mila. No. No, it's average.
Yes, you see no sign of Mila or any sign that she was here.
Hafthor,
Yes.
can you reach out with your mind? See if you can find anyone underneath the rubble.
I can probably do some better. And I would like to start moving rubble to make it more difficult to get through the breach.
Oh, I forgot you could do that.
I've also turned my back to the group and I've placed my hands on the ground and I'm trying to reach to what I felt before with the ivy, and I'm trying to call forth plant life to erupt on the earth.
All right. So you're moving stones and you're moving plants to help blockade the breach. Okay.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and make rolls for that.
That's will, right? Still for the telekinesis?
That's correct.
Okay, double checking. Very rarely get to move stuff. I just kind of go all Professor X most of the time.
I just got a good.
Yeah.
Good.
It's a good surprise to whip out.
Sorry, I had to get my dice out. I was unprepared.
I know. I was like frantically looking for like the dice app I use because I was like instantly going to roll.
All right. What did you get, David?
Two above superb.
Okay. All right. So stones begin to move that were loose from the wall, and they begin to try to blockade. At the same time, Mila, you are reaching in. There aren't a lot of plants here, just the vines that grow along the wall because nothing could grow under the wall. But you find their presence, and they don't care about the Ottomans. They don't care about the Hungarians. All they care about is helping you, and they rise to try to occlude the gap.
Just for flavor, can I say that Hafthor like taps into Yelena's mind and is like trying to put the stones where maybe the vines are weak and like sort of have the vines wrap around some of these larger pieces of debris?
If that's okay with Courtney, it's okay with me.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right. So you are helping to block the pathway for the Ottomans. However, there is a large gap and you can't blockade it all. As the Ottomans make their way through the wall, the Hungarian troops fan out, blowing horns to message their counterparts across the city. The retreat towards the citadel begins. The troops here have the job of holding off the invading forces to give the city enough time to retreat. Robert has chosen his troops well. They stand bravely, weapons drawn, and meet the Ottomans face on. The Ottomans come through the wall, and their frantic advance is halted to make time for the rest of the city. Robert himself fights with a grace beyond what you can imagine. His movements are casual, his sword always in place before the enemy weapon can make contact with his flesh. You can see clearly how John Hunyadi became known as a legendary warrior. Mirwine runs. She's no fighter, at least not on the land. But Otto stands in the midst of the troops, concentrating. The clouds above begin to gather. Thunder rumbles and rain begins to fall. a very focused rain concentrated on the breach and the outside of the walls, creating mud to hinder the Ottomans even more. Now here's how this is going to go. Instead of trying to detail everything that happens during the retreat, we're going to do 3 phases, and in between each phase, we'll go to Mila. During each phase, each of you gets 2 rolls. Cam, since Pagan is Anush's bodyguard, I'll let you roll with Anush or Pagan for your rolls, but you'll still only get 2. The rolls can be anything appropriate, but we're mainly focusing on things like to fight the invading Ottomans and thusly slow their advance. Athletics, to avoid being hurt. If you don't do this or if you roll badly, you will take stress. Rapport or provoke, to guide civilians out of danger and towards the safety of the citadel, or whatever role is appropriate for your power to do some sort of superpowered heroics. Who wants to go first?
I would love to go first because I have a question to ask Hafthor.
Good.
Hafthor, is it possible for you to do what you did to the stones to me and Pagan? Make us go up very, very high, and then let go.
I think I see what you are gonna do, and I don't think that is a good use of tactics.
It is twofold tactics. I can explain it later, but can you do this?
I don't.
That will take one of your
Sarah,
rolls.
can I do this?
It will take one of your rolls, but you can.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. And then I would love to take a round to prepare and add a +1 to my next roll that I'm going to make. And I think Anush is very while everything has been going on, has been roaming around the area, just very ploddingly, very calm, because he can feel the blood just in his veins pumping and pounding like a drum in his ears, and he's focusing it, and he focuses it. And I think he's going to get into Pagan's arms and ask him, "Are you ready? You think we could do this?"
I'm ready. I don't know what we're going to do, but I'm ready.
It's okay. You are going to try to aim for as many people as possible, and I am going to look for whoever stole the orb.
All right.
And then I think I would like Pagan to use a roll to look around the battlefield and just try to see anything important, something we should know, something that will give us a tactical advantage.
Okay, give me a notice roll.
Okay.
There's one roll.
It's a mediocre for Pagan. I don't know
Okay.
what he adds to it, but sure, it's great.
Yeah, Pagan's notice is not good. Okay. I forgot to.
And then I have a.
I knew I was going to make.
Oh.
Knew I was going to forget something when I did this prep. Come on, Pagan, where are you? There you are. There he is. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No, Pagan's notice is good. Okay. All right. So, looking around, you find a mass of troops outside. There are infantry from the entire what's the word I'm looking for? Formation of Ottomans pouring in. You were looking specifically for anyone who might have taken the orb. You don't see that. You see. Here's what you do see. You see someone moving through the population of the city faster than they should be able to, and going from one group to another to urge them onward back towards the citadel.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I think Pagan is just going to start to run into battle, just to gain as much momentum as possible. And then if Hathor just doesn't do it, he's going to just fucking slam into somebody.
All right, Pagan's gonna run into battle. Hathor, are you lifting him?
Yeah. Fucking Jason Statham looking idiot. Broke even, so it's a sweet band.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's gaining momentum. Play this out for me, Cameron. He's gaining momentum and being thrown into the air.
Yeah, I think it's just like go up as high as possible, and then as he falls, just tries to like.
I see what you're saying. So he would have the forward momentum, and then I launch him like a spring, and he still has the forward momentum, so he goes like a cannonball through.
Exactly, and just like slams into like are they like on like mounts on steeds?
They are not. These are janissaries, mostly they're infantry.
Okay, so yeah, he's just gonna like barrel through as many as possible, and like they have shields and like spread out and like hit other people, just like spray as much amount of damage because he cannot get hurt.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he crashes through the
and
ranks.
I would actually, if like as he's carrying Anoush, if Anoush has spotted this person at like the peak of like his height, Anoush wants to jump off and try to tackle this person.
This person is far away. There's no way you can.
Fuck. Okay. Well, then I'm just gonna try to. And Pagan's gonna use his back to do it, so Anoush doesn't get hurt.
Fair enough. All right. So yeah, it like a
I see your face.
Cannonball. Pagan crashes into them, bowls over massive amounts of Ottomans, and takes a lot of them out. Well done. Who's next?
Okay. I would like to use. Let me know what I can do. What has to be a roll and what is considered a whatever action. I would like to take a peek into Anoush's brain once he sees the overhead formation.
Fuck yes.
And put that into Robert's head and inform Robert that I will try to cover his flank to ensure cover the sides to ensure that he's not outflanked by civilian Ottomans.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, that's the simple empathy roll.
Simple. Totally
Going
easy.
off zero.
Sympathy roll.
We totally are all empathetic. That's all of our thing.
Yeah.
Is it amazing?
Average.
Well, fortunately, it was a simple roll. All you had to do was link up minds and then link up minds with someone else. So that is average is enough.
Okay.
So you are able to give Robert a tactical advantage with his troops and take care of that.
Yeah, and then movement wise, I would just like to go to like again cover the flank and try to tell Ida and Yelena that we should stay grouped.
Who's up?
Yelena, if you would like to go since you're actually fighting.
There are people around, yes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I would like to tell them as urgently as I possibly can that they need to get to the Citadel to run. And I think out of the stress of everything, there's like a smell of citrus in the air. So her pheromones are out and about.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to use rapport. You didn't go in the box, you don't count. That's a fair.
Okay. With the fair, is that including with your pheromones?
It wasn't. So fair goes to great.
Okay, with the great, yes. You do make contact. You make eye contact with people. and your voice cuts through the air, and you see them immediately respond, and they're breaking out of their confusion and their dazed state to run, and not randomly, but they're running straight for the Citadel, which is where they need to be. Well done. Next roll.
Could I also look for a bow and arrow?
Yeah, shouldn't be hard to find one on this battlefield.
Notice? Or can I just do it?
You can just grab it.
Great, thank you. Go ahead, Ida. I don't know what else I want to do.
Ida will yell to Halfthor, I'm going for Mila. I will find you. And then I would like to turn into a rat because rats can smell real fucking good. So I'm gonna try to sniff Mila out and make it through. And I figure rats are small and stealthy. So
Okay. All right. So you're going to want to do either a notice or investigation roll, and you can use your form of rats aspect to add 2 to it with a fate point.
amazing. Is that just 1 point or 2?
It's
Is
2.
that 2? Okay. Well, good. Because that that's a fair.
Ooh. Okay. With a fair, you catch a scent that Mila was here, and you get the direction that she went in.
Okay. I'm gonna book it that direction then, and try to zip and stealth through.
Okay.
These are done. These are not rolling well. New dice. All right.
All
Do you
right.
need me to roll stealth or anything for getting through?
Yeah, give me that stealth roll to not get stepped on.
Yay! Squeak squeak. Motherfucker. That is a fantastic.
Okay. All right. You do not take any harm, and are heading out in the direction that Mila was. You can smell Mila went.
Okay.
Courtney, you've got a bow and arrow. You still have a roll to make if you want to.
Yeah. I think I'm just going to shoot at an Ottoman.
Okay. Shoot roll.
And that goes to a good.
Okay. With a good, you loose several arrows and take several Ottomans out. Well done. You do, however, take a stress. In fact, all of you except Ida take a stress. Actually,
Physical, right?
Cameron, your Anush is protected by Pagan, so you do not, but the other two do.
And I still have the stress from last time, yes?
Correct.
Okay. Look.
All right. So with those rolls, you have significantly slowed down the invading troops, and killed a bunch of them, and increased your tactical advantage, and spotted a mysterious man. Okay. Mila, you awaken lying on your belly on a small cot, your wings curled up at your back. When you opened your eyes, you find that you are once again able to see. Your minor consequence has had time to fade. You find yourself in a small, warm jail cell. Outside the cell sits a mustached man in the uniform of the Hungarian troops. He sits there on a wooden stool, watching you. Don't be afraid. The cell isn't to keep you in. It's to keep anyone else from disturbing you. He holds up a key and tosses it into the cell, where it lands on the floor with a loud cling sound. I don't recommend leaving until you get those wings under control, though.
Wings? What are you talking about?
You look around. You can feel them and see them.
Well, yeah, it's like there's something heavy. I just didn't know if I knew there were wings yet.
Right. Look at your back, love.
She kind of just falls out of the cot. She's completely like transfixed, confused, does not know how to respond to any of this. Where am I?
We're in the Citadel. Safe. But you've been touched, love. You've been touched by the heavens.
Elena, at the wall. The walls came down, and I was with my friend Elena. Do you know where she is? Anything happen? What is happening over there? And that's when I start to get up and I start going towards him.
You get up, your wings brushing the sides of the cell. You come towards him. He nods at you. I don't know where your friend is. The Ottomans are coming into the city, and we're trying to defend it. So if she's with the civilians, they'll be being guided here to the Citadel for safety. Was she with you?
Yes, she was. We were... Something we've done since we were children. Anyway, it's not important. I don't even know what to say. How do I get back there? How do I know what's going on? How did you get me here?
I had 2 soldiers carry you here. They're singing about you on the battlefield as they fight. The Angel of Belgrade, they call you.
What?
Look at yourself, love. And if your friend was with you, then she's been touched too. So I think you probably don't need to worry about her so much.
Immediately worries like 10%, 10 times higher.
Yeah.
I have to get out there. I think I pick up the key and it's like, I have to find her.
I understand.
And just start to get out.
All right. I can't guarantee your safety if you go out there, love.
Can you guarantee my safety in here?
More than I could.
I can't sit here and do nothing, locked inside a jail cell. If I truly am an angel, it means I will be protected. And I just start going.
All right. You head out the door, leaving the man behind. He follows you as far as the outer door. He says, if you can fly, I recommend it, because being on the ground is not going to be safe.
I can figure that out. I will take your advice. Just
After
feeling
this
the
is
weight
over-
of these things.
After this is
Trying to
over,
steady yourself.
try to find me.
Who are you?
Well, right now, I'm Nikolai, the lieutenant.
What do you
But
mean right
You
now?
can call me Loki.
Loki.
It's what I was called when I was young.
All right. I will look for you. Loki or... Right. Will you be here or...
No, I'll be around.
All right. Thank you for keeping me guarded. And she starts thinking about like saints, some of the saints and some of the bullshit they had to go through in order to keep themselves away from men, like to the point of like chopping off bits of their own bodies. So it's like, I appreciate you keeping me safe, as I was not in a position to save myself. So, I when I get back, I will seek you out. Thank you. And I start to go, just like trying to flap my wings, trying to figure this out, because now I have this big ass weight on the back, on my back, so my balance is off kilter. And also, I'm a human and have no idea how to fly.
Indeed. So you can go ahead and make a regular athletics roll. Normally your athletics rolls are +2 for flying, but for this first one, let's just use your athletics.
I found just screaming where all the priest helps.
Girl. Oh, that's sad. Poor. I fucking face plant.
You do. So you think for a second that you're off the ground, your feet are off the ground, but then they just stumble and you fall to the ground face first. And from there, we'll go back to phase 2 of the others. All right, everybody. One thing to note before we get your rolls is that you're starting to hear the battle cry amongst the defending troops. For the Angel of Belgrade, they cry. It drives them on when the piles of their brethren's bodies might otherwise degrade their morale. In the midst of all the carnage, heroes of Hastings, you can tell that Phillimore has arrived at the front line with you. He's impossible to pick out of the crowd of soldiers, but the Ottomans began dying first of arrows fired from the shadows, and then when his quiver is empty, they fall from thrown stones that find their mark precisely between their eyes. Yet, no matter how many fall, it seems there are always more right behind them. So, I'd love to have your rolls this time.
Hathor would like to say
You go first.
To everyone, specifically to Yelena, who I assume he's trying to stand in a protective manner around while she does her shooting, and says, "Protect yourself." And as you saw her take more arrows or whatever stress. And I would like to do my own roll. What is it? Athletics or physique, you said? To not take a stress?
Yes, athletics.
Athletics. Two negatives, which will be a average. So that went great. I would like to. Would it be a separate role to try to find who is the most, like who's leading this vanguard for the Ottomans, and then to also attack him? Would that you have to wait the next round to do that?
It's who's leading it.
Like if I could see who's the highest rank, and I don't mean necessarily specifically leading in the front. I mean like leading tactically, like who's giving the orders on the front lines.
Right. Since you traveled with the Ottomans to get here, you know their ranks, their uniforms, etc. You don't need a roll to recognize the highest ranked people in this invasion. So you don't have to roll for that.
I would like to fly to him and engage him in combat.
Flying, okay.
Much better roll. +1 to will. Superb is a. I really should know this, but I always mix up fantastic and epic.
All right.
Fantastic.
Okay. With fantastic, you fly up and begin making combat with the I don't know Ottoman ranks.
Yeah, it's fine.
Sorry, viewers, for the lack of research on my part. But the highest ranked person there, that immediately, as well as confronting them, means that the people around that person turn to try to defend him, which also helps to slow down the advance as well, and you began that fight. Who is up next with their rolls?
Okay, I have an idea. So I think Anoush gets down low on the ground and goes up to like some of like the fallen soldiers, Ottoman, whoever the hell was knocked down, and grabs 2 weapons. Throws one to Peg and gets back to back with him. Like looks up to his side and like very cinematically, and like any like duo fight scene at an improv comedy show late at night, he says, "Hey, remember, just like we practiced."
Keep
And he's
eye
going
contact and
to
relax my throat.
exactly make eye contact with an Ottoman, relax my throat, and stab him in the neck. And we do it synchronized, like right at the same time. So 2
All
rolls.
right. Okay, give me some fight rolls then.
Rock and roll. Okay, so mine gets a +1 because I took a round to prepare, right?
Yes.
Great. So that will give me a good to fight.
Okay. Pagan fights at superb. So
Oh, amazing. That's what the actual hell. Okay, so I got a superb. And then Pagan gets Pagan gets a great.
you did better than me.
He was distracted.
He's a little confused.
Yeah. Okay, so you just thematically and beautifully fight together in the midst of this advancing horde of Ottomans, and you both slay many an Ottoman in your as you stand back to back. Marvelous. So
Anoush has been practicing for like 200 years how to fight.
Yeah.
And some
Uh-huh.
Ottoman that's been conscripted for like 6 months is like, oh, I'm going to get this guy. And he's just like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
He's like absolutely like calling out everything that he's doing, like forms and different languages.
Swing, follow through.
I made this myself.
All right, who's next?
I guess it's me.
All right.
I'd like to get advantage point, so I like want to get off the ground onto like the top of a building if I possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess continue to shoot things because I got abandoned on the battlefield.
All right. You want to climb up onto a building?
Yeah, if I can.
Okay, that's athletics.
Cool.
That
Guess what I don't
sounds
have.
like a way to protect yourself from a
physique.
horde.
Or physique. I'll take physique if you let me.
Physique will also work because you're pulling yourself up by strength.
Cool. That's a good.
All right. With a good, you are able to get up on top of a, let's say it's a counting house. And you can fire arrows with more advantage from here. So go ahead and you can make your shoot roll with a +1.
Oh, beautiful. I'd also like to add my my toxin to them.
All right, you coat the arrows with the toxin from your mouth.
Okay, so shoot fair. That is a great.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, superb.
Superb.
You gave me a +1.
All right. So with your special arrows, when the Ottomans are hit, they go down immediately. And you are loosing arrows into the crowd of them and just making a absolute pit of them as you do so. You are, however, running out of arrows.
Great.
Ida, that leaves you. You are a rat. You are heading westward.
Looking for our friend.
All right, you can do another notice or investigation roll. Either one works. And you can
Do I still get to use the rat benefit, or do I have to use another fate point for that?
use you know what? I'll let you just use it this time.
Okay.
I'm feeling nice.
I love it when you're nice. Thank you. Okay. That's a plus. I think that's a +3. So superb.
Okay. All right, you with your keen little rat nose, you pick up the exact trail and are able to see where she went and crashed into the cordon of soldiers before, which is that cordon of soldiers has since joined the fighting troops, but you find the area where she went and are able to smell that she was taken off towards the citadel.
Okay. With that notice, is it possible that am I hearing about the Angel of Belgrade?
Yes.
Okay. I won't put two and two together, but I'm hearing this thing. So okay. I think probably stealth again to make sure I don't get stepped on and murdered by scared people. Okay. Ooh, baby. Okay. That's legendary.
Okay, you take no stress. Yelena, you took no stress because you are up on a building. Halfthor, you used your athletics to avoid it, but you only got an average, so you take 1 stress instead of the 2 you would have taken. Anush, you take 2 stress because you are not being blocked by your paramour any longer.
Just for the viewers at home, not me, because I for sure remember how the mechanics work.
Yeah.
If/when I get 3 stresses, I get a consequence, right?
If you have a stress that you cannot that you don't have a box to mark in, you have to take a consequence instead. Yes.
Got it. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. All right. Back to Mila. You are laying in face first in the mud, covered with mud, your beautiful white wings muddy. There's a lot of mud is what I'm saying.
So I pick myself back up, take a breath, grab onto my cross, just try again. So because of that kind of concentration, can I get the pluses?
You absolutely can now. I just wanted to hinder you that one time.
Oh yeah, no, I perfectly expected that. Which is good because that sucked. So where is it? Only an average. I'm still learning.
Average is enough to get you off the ground, though. You are no longer on your feet. You are flapping your wings and sort of haphazardly staying afloat in the air.
Yeah, first time I've done this. This is very scary. So yeah, just try to steady myself and then try to gradually get higher and move forward back towards the wall where Yelena is.
All right. So you start rising up above the level of the buildings, and you're able to see the Ottomans are in the city. They are spreading out. You can see Actually, give me a notice to see how much you do see.
Okay. Sweet. Okay, so that with my +2 is fantastic.
Wow. Okay. So you see the Ottomans coming in. You can see that they are spreading out as best they can. You can see Hunyadi's troops. You can see that they are holding them back as best they can as they make a slow retreat into. They've made it through to the upper town now, and they're heading back towards the citadel where you are. You can see that the citizens are being guided by partially by the troops around them, and partially by you also see this man who you with that fantastic immediately recognize as your employer Gideon. Guiding them as best he can and moving supernaturally fast between groups of people when he can. You see that the troops are flanking the Ottomans as best they can to keep them from spreading out, but at the farther back they go, the more room the Ottomans have to spread out into the city. However, fortunately, the city is being evacuated efficiently. So it looks like there is currently little loss of life. So that is what you see.
Have the Ottomans seen me?
From here, no, not yet.
Okay.
You also are hearing the cries from your troops, though, crying out for the Angel of Belgrade.
I don't really listen to that because I don't know how to handle it.
That's fair.
So I'm half listening to it. Half of my main focus is finding Yelena, but the other half is if I have been touched and I am, in fact, the Angel of Belgrade, then I must be at the front to both inspire and fear and make afeared.
All right. Yeah, with that fantastic, she is on a rooftop, so you do actually spot Yelena as well.
And that's where I'm going to go towards.
All right. We're going to go back to the others now. You've almost reached the citadel now. And this is where it happens. John Hunyadi, Robert of You, is targeted with a rush by a group of dozens of Ottoman janissaries. You spot it in his eyes, the moment when rage and determination changes to fear, the moment when all of the futures he can see converge at a point he cannot escape. The soldiers around him fall like cut wheat. The Ottoman blades seek their mark. This is the moment fated for Robert's death. But you still have your actions to take. What do you do?
Can I run towards him?
You sure can.
Okay, I want to run towards him and I want to chop his head off. Or at least try to.
Okay. You can run towards him. He is surrounded by janissaries, so that's going to take an athletics roll. You're going to need a great or better to get through them to him, and then you can do a fight roll.
Absolutely amazing. Can I have Pagan throw me?
Toss me.
Don't tell anybody about this.
He can throw you, but he'll just be throwing you into like a wall of the backs of Ottomans. So you won't be getting through the Ottomans if he does that.
Ah, damn it.
If I see Robert surrounded, can I pick him, fly, and take him as high as I can in the air?
Oh, God.
Yeah. Yeah, you can fly from where you were. You can fly to him. With an athletics, you can successfully grab him. It's going to take not a lot. It'll just for what you're doing. It's only going to take good to get him with an athletics.
You said athletics?
Yeah.
Could I use a fate point and use mad scientists, because this is the fucking wildest thing he has done in hundreds of
Scientists?
years.
We're on a battlefield.
Just
Stop it.
more
Stop it.
mad calculating.
We are not in
because
a yoga class. You're stretching.
Oh, are you going
You're
against
stretching.
me? Are you going against me? Are you going against me?
This is PvP. You brought this on.
Hey.
We're not in a
Rock and
lab.
roll. Can I get Pagan to help me by running with me and slamming people out of the way?
Bitch, I'm flying over.
If he gives me a +1, I would have a great.
I thought you hated Robert, Hathor.
Did you hear what I want to do?
He wants to drop his ass and crack him.
We want to be the ones who kill him. We're fighting to kill him.
Exactly. I rolled. Sorry. Did a great, fantastic.
Okay.
Yeah, but I went first.
And you failed.
No.
I didn't. I got a great if he helps me.
No, your boyfriend can't help you.
No.
Why?
Sorry, not for that. All right, with that fantastic, you grab him and lift him up into the air. He is stunned.
I would like to
staring into your eyes.
Peek into his mind. Yeah, we're really close. We're truly like it's like a movie poster close. And my second roll, a will. Yes, I got 3 pluses.
Okay.
For above a superb, which would get me a legendary, and I want to break into this man's mind under the threat of I'm gonna fucking drop you if you don't let me see what the truth is.
Are you telling him that, or are you just doing it?
Well, can I tell him as I do it?
Yeah, you sure can. You don't.
I would like to do that.
Okay. All right. He opens his mind to you, and Hathor, he wasn't hiding anything.
Son of a bitch. Does he know who got the orb?
He does not. He desperately wants to know.
Okay. I try to take him to the tower or something, land, like go towards that way, whatever movement I have left. Like to a more secluded area, so this man doesn't die.
All right. So you're flying around. Okay. Cool. You have saved Robert from his fated death. Okay. Who else? Anush, you attempted to get through to Robert. You were unable to do so. You still have 1 roll left.
Okay. So I think this other roll is gonna be from Pagan.
Okay.
And I think he's just gonna pick up Anush and is like done with his shit and just like gets him out of there.
Okay. He can do an athletics roll to get you the hell out of there. His athletics is fair.
Well, he got a fair.
Okay. That's so he would take some stress, but he's not going to take stress because he is pagan. And you're not going to take stress because you're being held up in the air above everyone.
Amazing.
Hathor's not taking stress because he was flying. Meanwhile,
oh, actually,
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Instead of taking him to wherever more secluded, can I take him to wherever Yelena is?
You sure can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly and land on the roof and say we got to get to safety.
Yeah. I'd like to use one of my roles to inspire the troops to fight harder.
Okay.
Using my pheromones again. Oh, beautiful. Love that. Love that. That's a superb.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'd have to, how the fuck do we go anywhere? I'm looking on the ground. There's fucking people everywhere trying to kill us.
How do you inspire them, by the way? Like, what do you say? I want some flavor here. Give me some flavor.
Okay, hold on. Yeah, in the defense of Belgrade, for the honor of those who have fought before you, stop the Ottomans in their tracks and show no mercy.
Marvelous. All right. So, what else?
I guess if I'm being told to go, I'll try and jump to another roof. I don't know. I don't want to get on the ground. You're mute, babe.
I think he was more saying like, "Hey, we'll go together. I will try to help shield you, not run away from the fighting men who will try to protect you as you shoot arrows and give rousing speeches."
Then I'll hold up, like I'll shoot from the retreat of Hafthor, if that's okay.
Okay, absolutely.
And that's only a +1 shoot. Good.
Okay.
For shoot.
Marvelous. Okay. So your arrows find their mark, and the troops who are roused by your speech fight harder than ever. There is some confusion going on about how there was flying happening.
There's a gas leak.
Hey, there's angels around, girl.
But already the history is being rewritten in these men's minds, because they are saying that the Angel of Belgrade has saved John Hunyadi. Ida, you have been heading towards the Citadel in safety, following the trail, and you spot her. You spot the Angel of Belgrade. You spot Mila flying up into the air. Her beautiful white wings flapping kind of awkwardly, but getting her up there.
Oh shit. Squeak, squeak. Yeah. Squeak, squeak. I think at that point, I come out of rat form. I find like a little corner and come out of rat form out of habit, and take on Jakob. But I'm looking up. Yelena told me to find Mila. I found Mila. I don't know what to do to help. Where am I? Like, am I? Because she just took off straight from like right outside. Has she moved? Is she moving towards the battlefield?
Yeah.
At this point, okay. I'm just keeping an eye on the sky and like trying to follow as best I can, but as Jakob.
Okay.
So what would you like me to do?
I'm just following along isn't going to take any sort of role. So
okay. Yeah. I that's all. Like, I'm just at this point, I'm just like, okay, I gotta know.
can't turn. If I turn into a bird, I can't help her. Like, I mean, I'm just as likely to get shot. So yeah, I'm keeping an eye and trying to follow while like trying not to get trampled by. Hopefully they're being fairly orderly as they're getting people into the citadel, but probably not. So I'm going against the current at that point as well. So yeah, I'm just trying to get through. So whatever you need me to do, I'll do. But I have one purpose right now, and that's following her.
So you'll probably want to make some sort of roll to keep from getting hurt.
Okay. And you said that was athletics or?
Yeah, generally athletics, since
Okay.
you're in Jakob form now.
Yeah, I'll do athletics. It's all the same. Weirdly, how do I have the same physique or athletics as Pagan? We don't know, but I do. Weird. Weird for him. I feel bad for him. All right. Well, it's average.
All right, with an average, you're going to take just one stress.
One stress. Perfect. Okay.
All right, Mila. You the troops have retreated back. They are almost at the citadel now. You can see Yelena on top of a building with Hafthor and John Hunyadi. You're going towards them. The Ottomans and the Hungarian troops can now see you.
Do I see what Yelena is doing with the plants?
I'm not doing anything with plants right now.
Okay.
Yeah, right now she's just shooting with arrows.
Got it. Okay. So how are the Ottomans reacting to me?
The Ottomans are reacting. First of all, it's hard for them to see because they're busy fighting. But the ones that are looking at you, that do see you, are looking stunned and confused, and they're sort of stopping in their tracks, at least for a moment, to stare at this winged woman flying in the sky.
I take note of that. First of all, I stop by Yelena and just like give her a hug, and it's like, "Are you all right?"
Surprise!
Yeah.
Good. You were in the rubble. I could not see. I didn't know what had happened to you. Did anything? And I kind of like look her. I was like, did anything like sprout or like grow? On you know, I just quite a shock for me.
You're talking to me about something growing on me, and you have fucking wings?
Why do you think I asked it? Okay. This is going to need a lot of processing. I know. And then, how did you get up here? It's Jinyadi. It's like, aren't you supposed to be with the troops? What?
They climbed up from the ground.
Hafthor says, perhaps you would know if you didn't abandon your friend in the rubble.
How about you
And turns
shut
to
the
continue
fuck
to
up?
fight.
And I fly towards the Ottomans. And I want to get to a point where they can see me. Oh, and after I say that, I go, demon. And then I go and...
All right.
And I have this mentality, like, now that I know Yelena is safe, I want to get into a position where these people can see me and react so that they can stop their approach. It's like, if I am touched, if I am the angel of Belgrade, then I must act as such.
All right. Roll me a provoke roll to provoke them into awe.
Mm-hmm. Aha, something I have not. Because I am made for stealth.
Yeah, ain't no stealth right now.
Right? So that would be a mediocre, but I would like to tap Isaiah 54:17. And
you got to tell me what that means. You got to.
No weapon that is fashioned against you shall succeed, and you shall refute every tongue that rises against you in judgment. This is the heritage of the servants of the Lord, and their vindication from me, declares the Lord.
Okay, fair enough. All right, so that takes that mediocre up to fair.
Mhm.
And so I'm actually going to give that a little extra oomph because of just the situation. So I'm going to take that up a little higher. So the Ottomans are stunned by your appearance, and they are stunned enough to let the final troops get back through the citadel walls, and the gates begin to close.
Are they closing with us on the other side?
Yes.
Great. Love that for us.
I don't care. You're demons. Fuck you all. All I care about is Yelena.
Well, you landed on the other side too.
Oh, well, once that
was the
it's
week.
like when I see that like their things are secure, I'm gonna go back to Yelena and make sure that she is safe and she has an exit. You can rot for all I care, but Yelena.
All right. So the gates begin to close, but you guys can get through. It's all right. I'm not gonna like make you
okay.
trapped outside the walls.
I thought we were gonna like fight our way out. Like
You've done enough fighting.
finish
Yeah.
the historically accurate of lighting a fire to cut them off from their reinforcements. I did my
That's good.
homework. What's up?
And as soon as it seems like things are secure, I fall to the ground and just start shaking.
All right. You are all in the citadel. The men are cheering the Angel of Belgrade. They're cheering, but their cheers are short-lived because, of course, the Ottomans are still in the city, and they still need to defend. So there's people going up onto the walls of the citadel to shoot arrows at them. Robert is immediately up and about and directing people. What are you folks doing? You're almost abandoned at this point, while everyone rushes to defend the city.
I'm gonna actually run up to Mila and I'm gonna help them up. And then I'm gonna like get really close to their ear and I'm gonna whisper something to them. And it's not something nice,
Oh,
but I would love to DM it to you later.
Rude.
No.
Yeah, there's an audience, Cameron.
Oh, I know. I'm sure it'll come out, but it's a little
the-
spicy secret.
I think the only thing that Hathor does before going wherever he sees there needs guidance or help before leaving Robert, first he'll ask Yelena if she's okay and try to assist in any way in terms of like she like got cut by rubble or whatever, right? Or something like that, or jacked up.
I'm fine. Nothing I can't take care of. Thank you.
Yes.
After.
I find us after this battle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stay safe. And then as he's walking and going away from Robert, in his head, he says, "A life debt is owed. I will collect."
I understand.
And then he goes to the opposite side of the battlements, wherever Robert goes, and tries to encourage the defense of the citadel.
All right.
I think Yelena's a bit shell shocked, if that makes sense. A lot has happened to her in a very short period of time. She'll look to Jakob. Find that my family is safe, please. And she's gonna wander up and then pick up her bow and arrow and start picking off people that are in the city. Because the job's not over.
Can I assist Yelena in her shoot by using my mind powers to guide them to like all be death shots?
Sure. I got no problem with that.
Like they all hit like gaps in the armor, in the neck, and like that kind of thing.
Elena, you've never shot so well in your life. It's amazing.
Which is pretty impressive because I'm fucking good.
Yeah, no, he tells her, if I may, things are dangerous. Let's be perfect.
I like that.
Ida, are you in fact trying to find Yelena's family?
First, what do I see Mila doing? Like what's happening there?
She has collapsed kind of to the ground, just like looking at the ground, shaking, shivering. Again, part of the shell shock with Yelena, you know that, but also I'm a fucking angel. I have been chosen by God to lead the armies. What the fuck? That is pretty much, it's everything is so overwhelming and all she wants to do is hide, but she doesn't even have like the strength to run away right now because she's just so overwhelmed.
So she is collapsed on the ground like that, and someone is approaching her. And you didn't see the man running around, right? You're not one of the ones who saw it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, so you don't recognize this man. But Mila, you recognize the voice of your employer, Gideon, and he kneels down in front of you. And can I help you up?
Yes, I do not think I have the legs to stand. I'm on my own.
And he helps to lift you up.
How did you know we would be there? You said, I'm sorry you had to be a part of this. What did you mean by that? You said it before these grew. What? I don't understand.
There's a lot we have to talk about.
I
Are you one of
go to Mila.
those...
I'm walking up to Mila for this because, yeah.
Right. I guess I'll talk to you back at work. Because I see this person coming up, and I don't know you, but I know him, and so it's like, I guess we can talk when I get back to work, I suppose.
I don't know if work is going to resume, what with the city being like it is. But once you've got your legs under you, and once things have calmed down,
when they calm down, right? Well, I guess I'll find you then, I guess. And thank you for pulling me out. I wouldn't have been able to without you. I probably would have been crushed beneath the rubble, so thank you. You seem to be my angel. First this job and shelter, and now my very life. So I don't know how to repay you.
You don't need to repay me. In fact, I owe you. I owe you at least my name. My name is Gilgamesh.
Gilgamesh.
No, it is fucking not.
Loki, Gilgamesh. Right. Okay.
What the fuck did you just say?
Oh,
Who and
sorry,
what?
I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah. He was like, Loki. What? Okay, no. Hey, Yelena wants to get you to safety, so we should go somewhere for safety. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And then I put my hand on Gideon and it's like, I will find you later, and I guess we will talk then. And then I get
No. Gideon, I think you come with us.
He shrugs.
I am like, he has his own choice.
I think it is maybe we are all in good company. I think it is probably fine if we all go find someplace.
I have
Safe.
this look of, are we?
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Mila. Did you not want to talk to all these demons? Would adding another one to the bunch be too much for you?
No. It has been a long day. Let
Yes,
us just somewhere
and-
to rest. The Citadel is the place of safety. It might be best to go there.
We are here. Let's go. Come on. I'm gonna. Would you like me to roll to find some place to like sneak into some place that's not in the middle of complete chaos and war battle?
You can
Like
find a
this-
place.
Okay. I find someplace and I sit Mila down. Okay.
You don't sit me down. It's like I won't.
I
let
help
you
you
do that.
down. I help you down. I help you down. And I look at Anush and I go, Loki and Gilgamesh?
Yes.
Right.
Like I said before, right? I'm very rarely wrong about these things. This
Right.
orb from the sky has fallen before.
Yes, of course. That's not an argument.
I'm not saying it's an argument. I'm just.
Can fuck.
Keep an eye on him, and I will do the same.
Hathor needs to know.
Of
We need
course.
to. Can you, Pagan? I'm assuming Pagan's here. Pagan, can you find Hathor?
I suppose.
Can you bring him?
Hector will find us. He's wily, but he's with Robert.
Okay.
And if I am not mistaken, you feel something different, don't you? Something is shifted, something is more.
Do I notice that? I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. You can now that you're calm enough to pay attention to yourself.
Yes,
Feel it.
Yes. Something's different.
So, if it is different for me and this is different for you, it only stands to reason. He can take care of himself, and he will find us. But we must go. No?
There's nowhere for us to go at the moment. And I did make a promise to Yelena that I would watch out for her friend, but I do need to find her family as well. I turn. Besides the wings, is Mila looking damaged? Like, is she looking injured?
She's looking muddy, but not injured.
Okay.
Other than her mangled back,
Yeah.
where the
Well.
wings came out.
Yeah, but no injuries as such.
I feel like being a guard for our Angel of Belgrade is probably the best thing I can do at the moment. We need to be together. We do
need to be together, yes. But there is more important things going on.
So what's your plan? What do you recommend?
The shapeshifter you saw. This Loki, does not he have this ability?
Yes, that's what.
Does not he have many more?
Okay, stop talking and tell me what you want to happen.
We need to get the orb. He might know more.
Here's the thing.
He seemed to be there before. He helped Mila out. I do not think he's alone.
Mila, you mentioned this person, Loki.
Who's like right there with us, right?
But I haven't been speaking in. I've been speaking in a language that she's heard me speak, but she doesn't understand because I don't want her. She doesn't deserve to know what I have to say at this point. So, Mila, this Loki, where could you find him? Do you know where he is? You're muted.
I do.
Okay. Where is he?
I just walk.
I block the door. She's not leaving this room that I've let her in. This place of safety. Yeah, I put you in a place of
okay,
safety.
we're at the Citadel. I thought we were
No,
yeah, you're in the Citadel.
We've been in the Citadel. So I found a place within the Citadel that is safe, that is private, to keep you safe.
And where did Loki go?
He's just in the Citadel.
He's there with us, right?
Yeah, Anusha said, "Come with us."
That was Gilgamesh, not Loki.
That was Gilgamesh.
Oh,
not
sorry.
Loki.
Oh, two different people. Got it. Okay, I thought they were the same. I'm so
No.
sorry. Okay, got it. So definitely not working alone.
Definitely not working alone. Yeah.
So yes, Gilgamesh is still with you. And
Gilgamesh, do you have an answer to this question?
Do you know?
And if you lock the door, I'm going to call for a guard to unlock it.
I'm blocking you. I am standing in front of the door.
They come and go as they please. I don't know where they are right now.
You really think you should give that information?
I think that if anyone deserves information, it is the people in this room.
Thank you, Gilgamesh. You found our friend here, which means you were there at the site. So would you happen to know where the star has fallen?
I do. It's in a place of safety.
Okay. Just for Ida is what Ida is, but knowing that this person is also touched is helping with the trust. But what can I roll as, like, is that empathy? Is that rapport? Like, just to see if I trust this person.
That's empathy.
Empathy. Got it. I don't have any of it, so let's see what happens, guys.
Can I help you?
I would love
Can I
it
just,
if
like,
you would help
come up
me.
and,
Would
like, put my
Anoush
hand?
be able to help? It's
I do.
empathy.
I have empathy.
I have none of it.
So,
You know, Ida is so empathetic,
like,
like in
bullshit.
play, but no empathy.
Yeah. I like come up and I think he puts his hand on your shoulder.
Well,
Uh,
guys, thank you because I got a +3 and then a plus.
Hell yeah.
So, listen, that's a great because I am not on the board, so I got a great empathy.
Okay. With a great empathy roll, you get the impression that this person is disposed well towards you. That that he does not bear you any ill will. In fact, you think that he feels indebted to you.
Okay, all right. She shouldn't leave. She should be safe here.
Why?
Because she is new and she is lost.
Yes, but she is her own.
I am guided.
She has been given the circumstance. She has been shown everything, and yet she is blind to it all. So let her fly and let her get shot down.
Mila,
You may leave if you like. For many people might think you're an
Anoush.
angel,
Anoush.
but many people do not like them or believe in them.
He's right about that. Mila, can you make the wings? I fear for your life if you cannot bring the wings back into you, because many people will be very poorly disposed towards you, and many others will attempt to control you or capture you.
We mean well. We're here to help you. Just try.
I don't look at you at all, and I just look at Gideon.
Gilgamesh.
He's Gideon. I've known him for years. He's Gideon.
Wild to dead name a man that just saved your life.
I think it's the other way around.
Other way around, yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you God name that guy?
And I just kind of close my eyes and just like, it hurts a lot, but I managed to bring them in.
I'm so glad. I was worried for you.
Why? I mean, if I am touched the way they say, I should be the most secure here. I mean, me and Yelena, if what that soldier said was true, we are touched by the Lord, correct?
I don't know. I only know that the power comes from the heavens in the form of
Right, the
sphere.
heavens.
And it has touched you as it has touched all of these people here. As it has touched me.
That just makes her go inward, and it's like there is a little internal shudder just based on some of the stuff that's going on in her head right now. All right. If we are all in the same boat, what are we to do? We are trapped in this city now, are we not? And
Yeah.
if we are not going to use it to fight, then what do we do?
Well, before we do anything, I think we should gather our resources. What gifts have we been given? How can we utilize them? to enact the plan. Escape from this place, get to safety. I do not know. What are we able to do? May first be our question. I guess I will start. I am able to live forever. No matter what injury may befall me, it always goes away, and it never stays, no matter, well, I am sure you can imagine. And now I hear what is inside, and I can move it. I can grow stronger in an instant and see farther than I've ever seen before. It is an interesting feeling, but I fear it should never. We may have taken a little too much, but it is interesting. Not part of my plan.
So we're back with Hathor and Yelena.
I think Yelena's taking a step back and dropping the bow, and she's starting to shake.
Yeah, you're gonna have to say something. I didn't notice that.
I need to get back to my family.
More arrows. What? Sorry. What happened?
I need to get back to my family. I've
And then he
dealt
takes a
enough
look.
death today.
Okay. And I think you see, because Hathor has been throughout the battle just throwing handfuls in his mouth over the course of like the last 2 hours.
Oh, Jesus.
It is a
He
good
is,
thing
like,
those are fucking weak, because
fully like crazed in the eye, like covered in blood, has gone like full warmonger. And then you see him like look at you, see you, and like a lot of guilt and like melancholy, and he's yes, let's find let's find Ida. She was finding your family, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Let's get down from here.
Thank you.
And I will take another consequence as he gets hit by an arrow on the back. Or stress. I mean, sorry.
Okay.
For having his back turned.
Fair enough. All right. So you get down, and I'm not going to make you roll. You are able to find your family, Yelena. They are looking for you. They're calling out for you in the Citadel.
She runs up to them and holds them tightly. I'm glad you are safe.
We're so glad we could not find you here, and when we were being guided to the Citadel, you were nowhere to be found, and your mother starts crying.
I'm just gonna assume that Nona can't walk super great. And he's just gonna be like, do you mind? And he's just gonna kind of make a saddle with his arms. And he's like, I'm sure Anush and Ida have found somewhere more secure undercover. Let's
Mama, if you wouldn't mind, we will find somewhere, but he's been wounded. As have I. I need to rest.
Of course. Come, we found the healer's tent, the doctor's tent, and we will help you find your peace there. And they guide you to a sort of it's not a tent precisely. It's like an awning where the doctors are there. It's being led by you would recognize Hathor. Askelin is there, and he's helping with bandaging and subtly using his powers to help heal the soldiers as he does so. And they bring you there, and your wounds are tended to, and you can erase your stress.
Cool.
Both of you.
We have people we need to find. I'll meet you back here. Okay?
Of course, darling. I'm so glad you are alive. I was so afraid.
Yeah, I
We'll
love
do
you,
my
Mama.
best to make sure she stays that way.
You had better.
She's saved a lot of people herself with her own prowess today, so.
Of course, she has my girl.
Okay, enough embarrassing me. Thank you.
Yeah, and then I would like to find Anush and Ida.
Can I make a notice roll if somebody's been talking about the Angel of Belgrade?
Oh,
Where
everybody's
you might be.
talking about the Angel of Belgrade.
Is anybody talking about a direction?
You can do an investigate roll if you like to see if you can track them
I
down.
think I can help you with that. That's
Guess what I don't have.
Yeah, I don't have investigate either.
Can I use my aspect keeper of the peace to like suss out the group around us and like calmly talk to people?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Can I just start digging into random people's minds to see if they've seen him anywhere?
Yeah, you can help like that.
So I rolled
I'll give you help that
nothing. Okay, what does help do?
There's a +1.
+1.
Okay, so then my nothing becomes a good.
Okay. Yeah, with a good, you're able to track them down to a small building that was it's currently not in use.
Cool.
Yeah, Hathor comes in immediately and says, "Who is this?"
Oh. Hathor, meet our very good friend Gilgamesh.
And do I see Yelena at that point?
Yeah.
I push Eddie aside and just, I don't care if you're blocking the door. I am just hugging onto Yelena and just like slightly shaking and like holding her face. Like, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine. Thank you.
And it's just like she tries to say words and they just don't come out. And she just holds on to her like bear tight. And it's just like, I thought you were lost in the rubble.
I am glad you are safe, Mila. It is good to see you.
You as well.
Well, that happened. Hathor opens a channel between Ida and Anush and says, "Is it that Gilgamesh?"
It's that Gilgamesh.
You were right, my friend. He seems to know Loki as well.
Loki's here too, apparently. That's how much you want to bet that that's who I saw.
Yes, I believe so. First of all, Anush stuck it, and then he closes the channel. Immediately goes up to Gilgamesh, and he says, "How many of us are in the Ottoman Empire?"
Other than the ones in this room, just one other.
No, not in the city. In
Working for
those sieging the city.
Ah, none that I know.
Okay.
In fact, I would bet that no one is.
Okay.
How
My
did you
name
know
is
where to
Hathor.
be?
Sorry, I couldn't hear both of you at once.
Sorry, I just Hathor, again being very high, realizes he never introduced himself. He says, "My name is Hathor."
Anush kind of like groans. Do not give him your...
What is there to hide?
Your name is powerful. Hathor. You do not just give it out to anybody.
I do what I want to do.
Okay? This is your choice. I just want you to know.
Thank you, Mommy.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know what he's going to say anymore. That was insane. Whatever. Gideon, correct? This is the name you prefer?
It's what I've been
What
doing.
is your skill set? How did you know where to find the celestial object?
Well, I was fairly nearby when a great big fireball crashed down onto the wall. And I'm very fast, so I was able to get there quickly.
Why are you here?
I'm here because we've failed you. The last sphere that we found, we couldn't. Thoth was the one who used to figure them out, and he's gone. So many of us are gone now, and we could not discern where your star would land or when. So we usually try to be there to help and guide.
What do you mean, be there? How do you know where it is going to be?
The same way you knew to be here.
They figured they did the science, Anush.
No. Do we replace you? Do you die out and do we replace you?
Some people think that we do die out, but I'm still here and I am the oldest of us.
Okay.
That is very good. If you have the science, I would like the science.
As I
It's
said,
always good to compare notes. It is
I
the Thoth
can-
who has it.
Thoth is gone.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Herculaneum when Vesuvius. In any case,
Hathor opens a channel into Gilgamesh's mind and says, I guess in a way we are brothers. This is my gift. May I see what you see? And I would like to try to get a peek into the fucking oldest being alive's memories.
Knock knock.
While high as shit.
Well, just fucking
True as hell.
blitzed. Covered in blood.
The only time,
Eyes
really,
the
truly
size of silver dollars.
the only time.
He nods and allows you to sift through, but there is so much, Hathor. He is from the dawn of civilization. He was there in a conflict with two others when the first star fell. And those two others are now long gone. And the first star was so simple, it had writing on it. It had writing on it. It said where and when to be the next time. And then the next one, it was more complicated. It was a mathematical puzzle. And then the next one was more complicated than that. And then the next one more complicated than that. And he has been to 6 himself.
Jesus Christ. Can Hathor put together roughly the amount of years in between?
Thousands.
I think Hathor pukes and takes a mental stress.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just kind of sits. Just, and I think he like begins to like quietly weep a little bit.
You said that there's one other. Is that Loki, or is there one more besides you two?
It
Or
is
is it just
Loki that I was referring to.
Are you the only two left?
No, but there are not many of us. I think, because it's hard to keep up, but I think 6 or 7. There's more of you than there are of us.
Keeping that in mind, can you take us to the orb?
It's not in the citadel. It's in the city. I had to hide it quickly. The Ottomans were coming.
We must go retrieve it.
I agree with my friend.
Yes. There
Hey,
may
also-
be.
oh, sorry.
No.
What would that do? I mean,
Lead us to the next one, my darling.
and then what? So
Then
you're there at the
we
next
teach.
one, and
And then we grow. Is not your religion about community, acceptance, being together, united under one purpose? This is the purpose.
There are none in the world who understand us but us, and
if we are dying out, it is our duty
how?
to find more.
Gilgamesh and Anu.
Dying out how? I thought that you said we could not die. So how can you die out if you cannot die?
Anush cannot die.
Oh.
We do not die from age, but can be killed.
we can be killed.
Robert burned a boy. Robert turned a boy over to his liege, and he was killed.
Who is Robert?
I have killed.
Hunyadi.
What?
Hunyadi is one
He's
of us.
made a habit of killing children. Mila,
Everything is swirling in her head, including what Anush has said, and that is becoming the forefront.
Mila, Anush and Gilgamesh speak truly. There is us. We are separate and distinct. Nobody can make any decision for you. If you choose to find the orb with this, so be it. If you choose to be a mascot for the Hungarian Empire, so be it. I would tell you the story of Joan of Arc, though. 20 years ago in France, when you were a baby, a woman warrior was sent messages by angels, prophecies, which came true on the battlefield. And her prowess and her victories led France in impossible odds against far advanced foes in battles they had no business being in, and they won. And you know what her thanks was eventually? Being turned over and burned at the stake. So if you wish to be a mascot for those who will eventually turn on you, do what you must.
Our Lord was crucified. But I say that there is not as much conviction in that, but it is what she says.
He was. And it is your choice what you choose to do. I would like, I have ways of getting through that might be able, if you tell me where it is, I might be able to get through a little easier. If I am to understand correctly, I share one of the powers as your friend Loki.
I see.
Is it dark now yet?
It is getting dark, and you can hear around you something is happening outside. There's definitely some sort of concerted effort by the troops going on. They're being directed, and they're not just defending the place. They're making some sort of push now to get the invaders out.
Can I just start to prepare myself?
Mm-hmm.
Feel the blood pounding. Start to move it through my body.
Fucking Gilgamesh. I think if Halfdor finds out that they're essentially planning a counteroffensive at this point, he'll try to pitch to the group that we should essentially ride the coattails of that and then split off. And we essentially, like, as the troops exit to attack the Ottomans, myself, Pagan, can provide the frontline wedge to get us out and to wherever the orb is. Gilgamesh can lead us to it. I don't know what your skills are.
He said he's very fast.
And he's also said he's been through 6 of these before. I don't know that, actually.
Right.
Yeah, we don't know that. We just know he's real
You
fast.
didn't actually say that. This is mind
And
reading.
he's 17 feet tall.
After sat down and cried for a little bit.
And we also know that your nipples are very far apart.
Yelena is going to stand, and my priority is the people of Belgrade. Those of us that have not been chosen. There are innocent people here who need to be protected. I don't give a fuck about your orb. But if this is a means to making sure that my people are safe, then I am at your back.
There. And I think Hathor is like putting together Hastings and then this, and probably seeing some of the things that Gilgamesh went to, right? Some of the fallings he puts together, and he says to Yelena, unfortunately, I feel like I now know for certain that that orb is directly tied to the safety of the peoples wherever it falls.
Like I said, if it helps the people, I will help you.
I understand what you're saying, and I have done all I could to guide the people here to safety. And
Did you gain some ability tonight?
I believe I did, but I haven't found the truth of it yet.
How many times? How many abilities do you have?
Including today?
Sure.
That would make 7.
Hathor mutters the Lord's number and kind of wryly chuckles.
What are they?
I will gladly tell you. However, this is not the time. But I do promise.
Why is
You
this
all
not
deserve,
done?
you all deserve information. You all deserve care. You all deserve guidance.
It's not
Let
the
us,
time.
let us aid.
All the people deserve
Yadi.
care. So let us go where we are most needed.
Let us aid Unyadi's forces in the counteroffensive. That is the best way to keep the citizens of Belgrade safe. While we are there, we can get the orb and ensure that nobody finds it who will lose their head because they are in possession of it.
Agreed. And so you do. John Hunyadi, Robert, guides his people to throwing down flammable materials to create a barrier of flame that separates the attacking Janissaries from their reinforcements, and the troops are sent out to crush them and to drive back their troops, their reinforcements. Smoke rolls thickly over the city. The Ottoman troops withdraw from the city and town for now. And Gilgamesh guides you to the basement of his tavern, where you are presented with the orb that fell. The cries from the soldiery are victorious. Every drink this night is toasted to the angel of Belgrade, for no soldier, no citizen now doubts that God is on their side. Things may be different in the morning. The invader has retreated, but the wall is still breached, and the enemy can use their cannons if they wish to widen that breach until the wall is nothing but an afterthought. The siege is not over. But for now, the people celebrate. For now, the people of Belgrade are safe, thanks in no small part, my friends, to your efforts. There are people, many people, that are alive tonight because of your efforts. The dawn will bring with it a new test for the city's empowered defenders. But for now, you can rest. And that is where we will end tonight. Thanks, everybody.
Let's go, demons!